Alright. Balls. You are going to open up Steam. I'm going to make sure that everything is in check, and it looks like it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone's asked for the AK. So I figured I'd do a live stream just to... You guys keep getting stuck on Blender, and I totally understand that. That's like something insane. It's nuts to try to learn just to edit skins. So for your devotion, I don't know, you get a gigantic golden sword or... just, if you can mod this, you can pretty much start making your own video game. Skinning is a huge part of video games. And we need to understand how it works. And I can't really do a video on that. And I suck at editing, as you see. So let's get the right questions in here and get you guys in here. At the same time, I'll just start doing whatever. I'm still setting up a couple things here. I don't even know who's on the channel. There might be 0 people right now. There we go. Whatever. I'm still setting up a couple things here. Okay. There we go. So basically, when you have a skin or whatever, you can't change the models. Let's pretend this block is inside Rust. All we can do is change how it looks. That's it. And that's the skin. This, unskinned, will be the block, and it will always be the block forever. Very simple. And when you're dealing with the AK, it's, I believe, a 3-piece item? 4-piece item? All the other items that I did, they were basically, I want to say, like, 1, maybe 2. I know the candy cane, well, hell, the Yoka pistol is 2 if you want to change the rock. But you're dealing with the Unity engine, so you got to know how it's set up. And how I did that was I hit tab. We'll go through that in a minute. Let me jump in so you guys can follow along easier, because either way I can just edit this easier. And if people happen to jump in the meantime, then hell yeah, it makes it easier. So you're dealing with Blender. You have these points. The reason why we have the points is because right up here, these things are called vertexes. 1, 2, 3, 4 vertexes plus another 4. When 2 vertexes are selected, it actually completes a line. Right here. Right click, or you can hit X, edge. It creates an edge. My bad. I'm terrible. So when you look right here, you can choose between your vertexes, your edges, or your faces. Keep this in mind because it will come in huge handy when dealing with different models throughout Rust. Now, you have a model. Let's say it's the rock. We'll just do the regular old rock. And you want to edit it. Just like I showed you guys through the UV editing. It's all spread out. And it's perfect. Everything is lined up. Yet you want to change the way this is set up. This is the way it's unwrapped. These are called UVs. You got to think of it as taking a box and cutting it open like a piece of paper, or cutting out a piece of paper and folding it up like a box. That's the way this works. And that's the way this box works. Now that was set as a cross. I'm going to set it as something a little bit different. I'm pressing Control and E. I'm marking the seam. It looks like that'll cut apart and fold apart like a T. This is the old one right here. This is the new one. Now, when we deal with our textures, you're going to notice that they're set in a certain way. This is why you can't unwrap the objects the way you want to. Because the way this is already set in the background, that's the way the game's going to take it. You can't do anything. Because if you can't go ahead and be like, hey, this is the way that I unwrapped it, so the rest of the game is going to obey by the way that I unwrapped this object right here. We'll pretend it's the AK. What'll end up happening is a whole bunch of people will have their games crash. Yeah, it's not good. So just because you try to unwrap something to make it easier for you doesn't mean that this is going to come out the way that you want it to. And by this, I mean the skin. Now, if you really don't understand Blender, that's why this whole thing is here right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go get into a Rust object. Hopefully you downloaded the Rust SDK, because that's what we're going to go into. It was a complete failure, by the way. Didn't work the way I wanted it. But it's still pretty good. So right here we're going to import, and it's an FBX. Now, when you download Rust from Rust skins from Rust along with the model, like inside the actual game itself, it saves it as like an OBJ. This is an FBX. So we're gonna click on. Well, I already saved it right here, but if you go into your C drive, the default is C, program files x86. And then you're going to go into Steam with Steam apps. Probably up. Yep. From there, you're going to go into Common and down to Rust SDK. And that's how I got this right here. Now, if you want to save it, you click on the file and you click on this plus sign right here. It adds the bookmark. That way you click on it, you don't have to go through that whole entire thing again. Alright, so we're going to do library. Artifacts, shaders, package, cache. This is what I was talking about in the last live stream, where, let's face it, you're not going to be able to undo it in the Unity engine anymore. You got to back up 2 versions. So let's go ahead and get the maybe it was content. And then skinnable. There we go. Thompson. Here's the ones that you can go ahead and download. But they're all FBX. So let's do the revolver. Here's a .fbx file. Now the reason why you're seeing this is because we're not just dealing with the skinning of the actual pistol itself. You're dealing with the hands, you're dealing with a whole lot more information than what you thought you would. So again, I apologize for telling you guys to check it out, but those of you that did, you probably already figured this out. However, we press Z and then preview. Notice how this is already colored. We don't have to color it like the OBJ file. So, let's get rid of the rest. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on this and press Control C, Control A. As you saw, just press A a few times and then Control V. We knocked the hands out of there, and now we just got to delete pretty much everything else. Let's take a look at this. We're going to click on it once, and it highlights it. This skin was made by the developers, so, I mean, the way they made the skin is the way that it goes. UV editing is your UV edits. You can see the revolver around here, but there's a checker in the background. You know what? Dude, no one do this. This is bullshit. Only do this if you absolutely have to, and if you absolutely have the patience to do it. This is just ridiculous. This is insane. Don't do this. X out of this. This is just... I'd rather have my... No. Alright. We're going to jump into... Bruh. We're coming back to software games. Rust. This is how I've told you to do it before. Just do it this way. Don't listen to me when it comes to other crap. I'm like, I figured out a better way. I didn't. No. I might have said, I don't think I said that actually. I might have said that I'm trying to find out an easier way or whatever. It's a backup. It's a backup plan. We'll get into that. Complete freaking backup. Alright. So, going down to workshop. You want to make a skin. We already know this. This is what you've done. Oh. Try this. A little bit better. Boom. Alright. Workshop. Create new item. There's 2 people in here. That means there's one other person. We're not doing the AK. No way on... No. Not going to happen. But, what are we going to do instead? 2 people might be me, actually. Shit. Well, for... whatever reason, we're going to do something that's pretty close. So we're going to click item and underneath type. Hatchet. Why not? No. We can't do that. No. Custom SMG and then edit. Yeah, there we go. This has 3 parts. Stock barrel, grip mag, and body. We got this. Notice how these change right here. Stock barrel. Grip mag. Body. Item. Custom SMG. We're going to name this... What's coming up? Yes. Alright, got it. Yeah, I know, that was the most annoying error ever. custom gotta be something easier. That's it. It's got to be the custom before we do the AK. Let's see what the AK is. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. These are 4 separate models. And each 4 separate models need 4 different maps. You guys want to do this? We can definitely do this. It's not a problem. It's going to take a while with the way that we're doing it. But keep in mind, it's free. Not only is it free, but you're learning how the engine works. How you're getting a little bit deeper than anybody else would. And everyone that sees it, they were just like, dude, you went so deep with that. It's unbelievable. I can't believe how deep you went. So deep. So deep. So deep. So deep pop is what I need. There we go. Never mind. We're good. Alright. You know what? Fuck it. I'll blurt this out later. We're gonna download this. See, Rust models. AK. Save as, we'll call it 1. One A. One A. You know what? We don't even need that. Fine. We're gonna make our own. So now we exit out now that we downloaded our model. And we're going straight into Blender. And if you guys are getting confused with Blender, please let me know. Bowskin, what's up, man? That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to show you guys how to make the AK. I don't know. I've tried like 4 or 5 times, dude. To try to put it in layman's terms, and it's just not. It's tough. The way that we're doing it, I'm not gonna lie, and I never did. It's tough. It's not like the rest of this professional software that they use. However, you're still gonna learn how to make models or skin models in general. Bow would be a lot easier. You want to do a bow? We can do a bow. Now, T-Rex Gaming. Alright, bro. Do you remember, have you played any of the videos prior to this? Do you remember, like, how to do this? Have you tried or attempted? There's a 30-second lag on this. That way people can see. Turn on the screencast keys. There we go. Okay. So when you're dealing with Rust skins, we'll just go right back into it. Download the Rust skin that you want, or you can download the other method. highly suggest you subscribe because I'm going to be putting stuff out for the next, I want to say 2.5 months, every other day, and then after that it's going to go back to normal. I'm going to have to put out one a month, maybe 2, 3, I don't know, whenever I get time. Only human. You're going to want to go ahead, you're going to want to download Blender. 2.8 works pretty well. That's what I use. So when you download 2.8, you can jump into Rust. And then from Rust, what you're going to do is you're going to download your models. And you're going to download, well, that's it. That's all you really need is your models. And then from there, we work with the rest. So we're doing a bow. We're going to import. This time it's going to be an FBX. I was talking about that earlier. That's if you download the Rust SDK and get into the files. Alright, so we're going to that. Assets. Workshop. Nope, up one. Content. There we go. Skinnable. And we're going to look for bow. Am I missing it? Revolver. Long. What the hell is it? Alright. If you're new to this, let's jump right into Rust. Number one, okay. Thank you, I appreciate it, man. Far from it, though, trust me. You're going to go underneath Workshop, create new item. What are we calling this bow? Because you're going to choose your item. Why can't I find the bow? Anyways, you're going to choose what the heck you want. We're going to go ahead and choose something else that I can actually find. Crossbow. That's probably right in the realm of what they want to do. Yeah. Crossbow, cool. Thanks, Sean. Definitely appreciate it. Happy New Year, by the way. Crossbow. Alright. You're going to choose whatever item you want out of here. We're going to choose crossbow. It's already checked. Then you go into edit. Well, let's name it first. We'll name it My First Crossbow. Then we go into edit. You have your main right up at the top. Download model is a .obj file. We're going to download that straight into the C drive. And we're going to name it as Crossy. I'm going to hit Alt Tab. I'll call you after, man. I'm sorry, dude. I know. Got a lot going on. That's no excuse. That is no excuse. File. And then you're going to import an OBJ file. Underneath your C drive, it should be all the way down at the bottom. Really? Crossy. And it didn't import. Oh, crap on a cracker. Gotta love this. Save it one more time. C drive. Rust. Models. We'll just do models. Underneath textures, there you go. Water. Okay. Rust models. Make sure you make them beforehand. We'll do AK. Are you for real right now? Oh. These are like the magical times that I just want to share with you guys that this actually happens. There's the bow. It's underneath C Rust model, so we don't even need this anymore. Awesome. File. Import. OBJ. C. And then Rust model. Yep. There we go. Now we have our bow. Just like that. Isn't that amazing? Alright. Now, when you're dealing with the bow, you have to go ahead and you got to download the template, which we have to open that up for. We're not going to open that up again. We're going to do something different. We're trying something different. Instead, you have Blender. Middle mouse button kind of moves around while you're holding it down. Scroll wheel in and out. Holding shift, middle mouse button down. And that should be enough to really let you navigate the interface. Now pressing on it, what you need to do is hit tab. And that's going to show you the setup of it. And what these are vertexes. These little dots. Up here at the top left, vertex select. There's edge and then face. Now, if I click the edge select, you're going to notice the dots disappear. And this is important. Take notes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to click on each individual one here and there. Okay. And as we can see, they are most certainly highlighting. Faces. We click on not the lines, not the vertexes, but the faces themselves. Because as I showed you earlier, we cannot whatsoever edit the way that these UVs are taken apart inside Unity itself. So if you don't use the template, you're screwed. That's basically what it comes down to. We have to figure out the way that the template's unrolled. Honestly, we really don't even need to download the textures. We can do everything right offhand with this. So you downloaded the bow, you have this, and basically what you want to do is, oh hey, what's up? Me too, Shang. I don't speak Scribble. This is on faces. Now I'm holding shift and hitting left mouse button. This is getting more than one at a time. Why is this important? Well, because this is our layout. We've imported this object and now we're taking a look at it. But encoded in the object, especially in the .obj file, is the way that it was unwrapped. And if you go ahead, you go back to the beginning, I'll show you how to unwrap a cube. And the reason why it's, like I said before, it's encoded in Unity for Rust to unwrap it a certain way. We don't have to do a thing except go into UV editing, scroll in, hit tab, tab again. We're going to select our bow right here, hit tab, A, that's it, right there. This is the way our bow is. Now there's nothing behind it. That's the reason why you see the graph paper or, what have you behind it. Most of it is 512 by 512. That's what you need to upload. However, I need to run to the Rust hole there. Hell yeah, dude. Rust hole was a good time. So what we need to do here is we have this. It's unwrapped. If you have the OBJ file, it's already unwrapped. You don't need to download anything else. It would make your life a little bit easier. That way you can see the way that it's set up. But, I mean, if you haven't followed the past 3-4 tutorials, at this point, it's a waste of time. So you go down here, Material Properties. It's default.obj. We're doing image texture. Right down here, open image. This is if something's already set up and you downloaded from inside Rust. You would choose whatever file that you chose to download it into, like Rust SDK, and then go from there. However, what we're doing this time, hitting tab, and we're backing out of this right here. So nothing is selected up in the top right hand corner. I'm going to jump out up here into top layout and go right into the brush. This is your texture. You're going to add a new texture. It is not your material. Models are made out of materials, which is the round thing right here, material properties. Materials are made out of various textures, settings, you name it. But every object needs material. This is brand new, it's fresh, and it's already unwrapped. So what we got to do is we got to go to Texture Properties, New, and I'm going to change this to 0011. There you go. Works for me. Gonna name it 1. Really? Okay. There we go. There's your untitled. We're gonna do another one because why not? color, bring it all the way up to the right. There we go. Sure. Our layout window, it's pretty much set. Yes, we can paint it. You're absolutely right. That's what we're setting up for. This is to skip everything else. And how we do that is we have our default.obj, and instead of opening a file, we're going to choose untitled. And if you hit Z, again, right here are all the keys that I'm pressing, and we go down to material preview, it's just a white material. We go to UV editing, and we hit A, it's already unwrapped. So, only thing that's left is texture paint. And we're going to move down, and if you hit right click, you can go ahead and choose red, green. I don't know, what should we choose, guys? Green, blue, red, yellow, purple, magenta, ocean, booger, pea. I don't know, choose something. Kind of tough to figure out a shit color with that, huh? Blue. Well, blue it is. Light blue, dark blue, super light blue, purplish blue. What kind of blue? Periwinkle. Gonna make me look up periwinkle, aren't you? Blue it is. There's a periwinkle blue, right? That's periwinkle. That looks periwinkle enough to me. And now because we have these two attached to each other, and we attached the default.obj through a base color of a texture that we created in here, we can paint the whole thing periwinkle. I like to keep it white, but this just gives you an idea if you want to go ahead and paint it inside here, which they have. I mean, it's basically primitive tools. I folded over a little too quick. This is very touchy, by the way. So you can do a radius and you can bring it down. You can change it to red. Go from there. Now, what I'm interested in is this right here. And what this is the way that they unwrapped it. Do I know how to buy Rust? Yes. If you actually go onto Steam, you can buy Rust. It's amazing. It's an amazing game. Now, it's just a myth that it exists, but the whole point of this is that you guys get to figure out how to use the navigation. I guess a lot of you guys are getting stuck in the navigation. If you press Shift and tilde, you can walk around like first person. But we've set this, and again, we're going up to UV editing. We're hitting tab and then A. And if you want to figure out where each part is like at which, up here in the top left hand corner, it's called UV sync selection. So what that does is if I go ahead and highlight this area right here, it's going to show this area right here. And with that highlighted, if I hit UV, if I hit image, save as, UV. There we go. Export UV layout. I do play Rust. Yes, I do. This is your export UV layout right here. And what this is doing is this entire thing is chosen. Now, if you want to choose just right here, this section, notice how this comes up and the rest of it doesn't. It's kind of tough. You always want to look for what's selected and what's not. And this is what I love about Blender. It's basically selecting vertices. Right now we have it on faces. This is vertexes. You got 2 right here, 2 right here. Might be 3 actually. It is 3. 1, 2, 3. One, two, 3, 4. There's probably 6 there going around in a line. You have 2 different options. You have object mode, and when you click on the object, you hit tab. I should be going into this. There we go. Hit tab right here. And then you can choose the vertices. There you go. That's the face select. This is the edge. Works pretty well. Want to find out what's going on? UV editing. Boom. Now, say you want to get the back side of it too. I just got to shut up right now. Alt and Z. So you chose this. And now you can see not just in front of it, but behind as well. Hit Alt and Z again, it'll cover it up. It's tough selecting things like this. It really is. It's a pain in the neck. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit W. And that creates a circle. And you can change it. And we're only selecting the edges right now. We should be selecting the faces. But instead of coming all the way up here, we're just going to hit 3. So you also... Yeah, I do. Here and there. I'm not good at Rust. I just... I have fun with Rust. That's basically it. I just want people to learn, man. Knowledge is the most important thing you'll ever get in your lifetime. So I'm going to cover this here. And see how I swiped up? The other side is not covered. But if I hit the Alt and Z button, and I go across and up, it gets the whole thing because it was X-rayed. So Alt and Z is actually your friend when you're dealing with symmetry. Symmetry. Oh my god. Haven't drank in months, guys. Give me a break. Alright. So what we got right here is now that we have this and the way that this is colored, we want to change it. We want to make it a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Not this. We want to make it not this. So we have the layout. Somewhere, okay. Just going through the old ones here. This is cool. There's no normal maps on it. The fact that we painted it in here is cool, but it's not about painting. It's about setting up what you need all the way around. Alt Z. Try that again. Not going to get behind that. It's going to be stuck right there. Yeah, same with that right at the end. So, what we're going to do is we're going to change the hand grip to, let's say, a pearlish black. What I'm going to do is I want to go ahead And I want to make sure that not only this side, but the following side behind it is selected. And I hit Alt and Z while it's in edit mode. That's if you select up here your bow, or you actually click on it and press the tab button right down here. And with Alt Z selected, you can get both sides. I mean, Alt and Z works so many great different ways. Say you only wanted one side right here and not the other side, and you wanted to put, say, a decal. That's where that would work. Now, what happens when you have what you want selected? Which will be right here. This is going to be sloppy. It's not going to be anything. You'll get the point. Both sides. Now we go up to UV editing, and this is what's selected. With UV selected, export UV layout. Underneath, well, I'm going to do desktop because, yeah. Bow PNG. But we're going to call this bow Bowtarded. And we got this Bowtarded thing sticking out. So, double clicking on this, and we have, look at that. That's gorgeous. And what you're looking at here is what we selected, but it's actually, if you go into file info, still our 1024 by our 1024 dimensions. It's a square. That's all you need. Because when you upload things, anything really to the servers that have to do with Rust and skins, it's 512 by 512. So we know that we can actually do that. We could actually bring it up even more, but just keep in mind that it's going to be degraded as you're going down. Oh yeah, Twitch is, it's, you guys are all, anyways. But this isn't really what we need. What we need is the whole thing, and then we can go from there. It's a good thing we got this, because now we know this is where the handle is. So we're gonna go ahead, jump back into this, and we're gonna hit A for all. And notice how over here it's all highlighted. And we're going to go into UV, export UV layout, and we will do underneath desktop once again. And instead of bow.png, we'll do bow. Someone think of a good name. Bowmeek. Bowmeek. Bowmeek, man. And we're going to export the UV layout. We're going to jump back into here. And now that we have this model taken out, we got Bowmeek right here. This is it. This is the bow. What you see right here is colored by this. All the details are right here. So again, through what we were doing, is we basically got to either A, use a different program, or B, we can really mess with the models, which will take that much more time. We're going to use a different, whether it be Photoshop, or I like to use GIMP. Bring that right over to the side. Right click. I'm just going to drag that right down into GIMP. And we have our magic wand. We click on that. Now you can use white or black. If you're going to use darker colors, use whites. If you're going to use lighter colors, use blacks. All depends on what you want to do. If you want to use a neutral color, gray does not work because this is made out of gray. I found, believe it or not, it is actually snot nose green. That works the best. Just like a green screen. Now I clicked on that, you can still see the background, and the reason why is the opacity isn't up at 100%, and I'm not pressing Alt. There we go. I'm going to press Control and C. And over here, this is the only layer that we have. I hate this. And we're going to add a new layer. Same size, 1024 by 1024. Hell, we'll add a few of them. This one goes all the way up at the top. And we're going to click on this one. Cancel. We're going to shut the eyes of this one. Click on this one and Control and V this. We're going to go back up to this one. Open up the eyes. Right click. There we go. Right click. We're gonna delete this. There we go. Inside here is all you need for the bow. Alright. What do we need? Boner? Yeah, pretty much. We can edit it from here because we have the outline. File. Open as layers. What was the other one? 1A? Nope. Nope. Retarded. There we go. So this is directly what we selected. And we're going to shut this out. Bring this up. And we are going to fill that up. Go here. I'm not liking this new thing in Windows. So what we have here is our bows and where the handles are. Layer 3, we can always add more layers. We're going to go from there. Main thing is the green, that always stays on top. Whatever we want to do down at the bottom, that's up to us. So, we're going to need to anchor first. What does that mean? What's the theme of our bow, ladies and gentlemen? What are we doing? Need to anchor first, okay. You guys got any ideas? What are we going to do here? You know there's a Discord in the description, right? Where I can hear all you guys. We want to think out what's the theme for the bow. We now have the bow. It's secured. We know how we're going to go ahead and mess with it. But how are we going to make the bow? Everybody should jump into the Discord. It's literally in the description. I'm surprised all you guys missed that. We're making a bow. Well, jump into the link in the description. That way you guys are able to actually communicate, because I got to keep my eyes on this stuff. Or not. I can look all over. But either way, we just need to think of a theme for the bow now. I suppose it looks kind of cool. It doesn't. No, that's not cool. That looks terrible. That's horrible. I'd rather throw that down a flight of stairs and hopefully catch a couple elderly on its way down. Nope. And if they were coming up, make them go on their way down. That's how bad this thing is. What are we doing for a theme for the bow? No one knows? Okay. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, cuz, how's it going? Sorry, I had to hand type in the server address.
Seriously?
Yeah, it wouldn't let me copy and paste, so I'm sitting here trying to... That's what took me so long.
Yeah, I've been trying to do this for a while, other than, I don't know, I had another server going for, actually I was running a Rust server off a Raspberry Pi. It doesn't work well. For 2 people, it's good.
Hang on, let me
maybe
turn
3.
down my background here because you're echoing over.
Really? Better?
No, it's on my end because I'm running speakers.
Ooh. I don't know. What do you think for the bow?
I always liked your random shots from junk around the room, where you just kind of pick a texture on something random and hit it up that way. Just, the dirty bedroom.
Here, how about this? We do it with what's around you. We'll switch it up. You should be able to upload files. If not, just, Alright,
so what do you want me to do?
Alright, just take a picture. You should be able to... Yeah, you should be able to... I mean... Try to get it directly 90 degrees down to the ground. Or, if you're facing a wall, another 90 degrees, looking straight up. You need that angle, though, to make sure that it's spot on. You know what? You don't even need that. You don't even need that. No. Just think of something that would be... pretty good. Even outside, like with the concrete, he's probably gone. He's off on a mission. While he's off on a mission, we will look at this and understand that what I showed you guys before in the beginning can't be done with this. This is already unwrapped in a certain way, and it's this way. You can't unwrap it any other way. That's why we did what we did to get this right here. In fact, we're going to go ahead and we're going to delete this. Son of a baby. There we go. That's why we have this. He's going to get some textures for us, and we're going to mess with them. It's going to be awesome. Nice. That we can definitely work with. Hell yeah. Um. Hmm. Save. We can definitely do that bottom one. Save attachment. Alright. I'm going to use the USB. Not going to do it through the phone app, otherwise phone numbers pop up and nobody needs that. Try sending it through, if you can, possibly, Sean. Discord. Trying to get it so that people can send image files. That way they can show their work and stuff like that. You know what? For right now, this is cool. I got this. That's soap. Alright. We're going to try something else real quick. I suppose you guys can still hear me. I'm just going to go through the phone app real quick. Huh.
Alright, did you get all those, cuz?
I did, but I got them through the phone, and I don't want to dox you with your phone number.
Oh. Yeah, I thought you were just going to port them in.
I am. I got to get it from my phone onto here, but in order to do that, what the hell? Yeah, it's not going to do that. Can you try sending them straight to me through Discord?
Yeah, I got you. I'm just going to copy them over.
There you go. Yeah, that works. And then we'll use those as textures underneath GIMP. Gotta find out what belongs to what. I believe Alt Z. UV editing right here. Boom. So from here up, what does that go to? And that's the beauty of clicking on this right up here. Top and bottom. Oh, okay. Alright, they use the same thing twice right here. Alright, so there's not too many people in here right now. The best way that I found it was to go ahead and, again, I mean, the whole point of this tutorial was to show that even though this is made, you can't unwrap it like Blender. It's already set in its ways. You just got to figure out the ways that you can manipulate it. So again, the best way to do it is press Tab, hit Alt and W. You got one. Holding Shift and left mouse button, that's two. If you hit Control, that takes away. And if you hit W a few times, up here, you'll get back to your select box. Holding Shift, you just continue with it. And no matter what you do, you just up here, underneath UV editing, UV, and export the UV. When you export the UV layout, this is going to show up as nothing because nothing's highlighted. So you just press A to highlight all. I want you guys to play around with that. I'll do the same thing tomorrow. Hopefully more people are on to ask more questions, and yes, you are able to request anything that you want that is, within reason. I do want to work you guys up to the AK, even the Thompson. But this is one component. That's it. You see the bow right here? That's it. This is the whole thing. The AK has 4 parts. It's a little bit more experience, but you guys get the basic idea. So go back, check out the other tutorials. Tomorrow we're going to come back. You get the basic idea. And then we'll start sending pictures, right here in the Discord. You might have to manually type it in. I can try to fix that, mess with it. Nothing's set in stone, so... But we'll figure it out, and we're going to make one heck of a kick-ass, AK, bow. We'll figure it out. But 5:30 tomorrow. Right now it's 4:30, so an hour from now. basically 25 hours from now, we will make something a little bit different. Until then, go start messing with this. Again, you can click texture paint, right click, choose whatever texture you want. Oh, no, that's because I messed with it. Actually, it kind of looks digital. That's pretty sweet. Anyways, go ahead, give it a try, and tomorrow we'll make it a little bit better. We will get this AK done by the end of the week, because I got to go back. So, where trees don't, fell themselves. I will tell